Marilyn Manson's The High End of the Low. First off, let me say that I'm a huge fan of Marilyn Manson's work. I've been following probably since 2001, and that's when I really started getting into his music for the first time. And it was actually after I saw him play Ozfest that year, in 2001, when he headlined, or co-headlined for Ozzy. Played right after Slipknot, right before Ozzy. Throughout the years, since then, I've been casually listening to the music, to the ever-growing discography of the band, and I've always thought that each album was so efficiently executed to define its particular theme for whatever album it may have been. It just blew my mind every time, one way or the other. No matter how much or how little I liked the album, it just blew my mind. Each album just had its own unique genius. I kind of stopped listening so much when Eat Me, Drink Me came out, because at the time it just felt too different from his regular work, and I just didn't care for it that much at that point. And of course, later on, I've come to enjoy that album for its particular theme, for its particular message, for its unique qualities, and I consider the album pretty decent at this point. But anyways, moving on. You know, after Eat Me, Drink Me came out back in '07, I just kind of stopped following the band, and I kind of stopped hearing about Manson for a while. I was just busy anyway, you know, not really following music at the time, too busy making my own, working on my own band, on other bands, so I just kind of forgot about him for a little while. Somewhere down the line in like March of '09, I was surfing the web and came across an interview where he was talking about the album that was soon coming out and whatnot, and I was just sort of shocked that I had missed this whole making of album and everything leading up to it. Like, I got on the web and Marilyn Manson was talking about the album that was coming out. I was like, where the hell did this come from? So then I went back to my life again, and then once again forgot about Manson again. Then I was surfing the web again, and then I finally saw the video for Arma Motherfucking Goddamn Geddon on the interwebs. That's when I decided to get a copy of the new album and listen to it myself. The album opens abruptly with a hard lowered pitched line of white noise and breaks into the song Devour, which was an awesome beginning to this record. Kinda sets up the entire theme of this album, which in a nutshell is Manson exploring his depression over the breakup with his woman. In a nutshell. Sounds kinda crappy and un-Manson-y, right? Wrong. This album fucking rocks. A lot of the tracks have that old school, early 90s Manson edge that we've been missing in recent albums, and even the tracks that fall back to sappier tones, they still manage to fucking rock. I don't know if it's just because I'm such a big fan of this album, or just such a big fan of Manson in general, or if it's because Manson is some kind of fucking rock demon, or all of the above, but like I said, this album is in no way shit. The album ends with a track called 15, which is probably the weirdest track on the record, and unlike most of Manson's old records, I don't feel unfulfilled by this track being the last track on the album. Other notable tunes on this album would include songs like Leave a Scar, Four Rusted Horses, of course Arma Motherfucking Goddamn Geddon, or Arma Goddamn Motherfucking Geddon. I kind of forget which way it is sometimes. Wow is awesome, We Are From America kicks ass, and one of the coolest songs on the record, I have to look up just to see hell. Song fucking rocks. But the whole album does rock, and I suggest listening to it in its entirety. And if you own or have heard the deluxe version of this album, with the bonus tracks, the remix for Arma Goddamn Motherfucking Geddon kicks fucking ass. I actually prefer the remix over the original version. I don't know why, I just do. So in closing, I give this album an 8 out of 10. Great record, however mixing wise I felt it could have been a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, but I know this album was basically recorded in one take per song, as Manson had wanted in order to get a more rugged and raw quality, so that's a creative decision on his part. So I give this album an 8, buy the album, support good rock music, listen and enjoy. See ya.